Hey guys, Keith here. I had a comment sent to me, and I'm really apologize about this. I can't remember the guy's name. I'd have to go back and look in the research. Wanted me to do a video on 10 reasons why I use Bobcat brand. And it brought to my attention because Steve Robb left me a comment about my name, YouTube channel name, and that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd give you the reasons why we use Bobcat and how I came up with the name. So to start off with, I've operated Bobcats for over 15 years now. 10 years with my company, 5 years with the company before. The company before that I was doing work for, they've had Bobcats probably 30 years, I'm guessing, but they're in a paving company. And, we put those Bobcats through hell. We would go through buckets, and like people would say, oh, change the cutting edge stuff. No, I'm talking, we'd go through cutting edges, probably every 2.5, 3 months. And within 2 years, we would wear a bucket right out. That just gives you an idea, to the point where it was going to cost more to rebuild the bucket than to buy a brand new one. And they, trust me, they checked out both what it was going to cost, get a welder in to rebuild the buckets, and we're like, $100 difference from buying a brand new one. So they would just buy brand new buckets. And that just gives you an idea how much gravel and asphalt and concrete that go through these buckets. We were average 12 hours a day, 6 days a week in this equipment and running it. And besides regular maintenance, there is never ever anything go down on these Bobcats. The 5 years I ran with this other company, and even with my company, I've been in a Bobcat. This will be the second Bobcat my company's had. We ran the first one for 6 years, or just about 7, I guess. And great piece of equipment. Like I said, the worst things I've had go wrong on my first Bobcat was we had a couple hydraulic lines go, which to me is just regular maintenance. We had an alternator and a battery go, and they went around the same time, so I'm guessing when the alternator went, it took out the battery. And besides regular oil changes and cutting edges on buckets and teeth and stuff like that, that's all we've ever done with them. Now, I'm not saying John Deere and all these other ones, but this is a brand that I pretty much grew up around and working with, and that's why when I started my company, I bought the same thing because it was tested and true. The other reason I went with a Bobcat is because our dealership. We probably got one of the best dealerships in southern Alberta, if not all of Alberta. They have people from all over Alberta phoning and ordering Bobcats from this dealer, and because they stand behind their product. It's Brooks Farm Center, just in case anybody wants to know. But give you an idea how this dealership works is I went and I ordered my Bobcat, and I ordered a 2-speed, and they didn't happen to have any 2-speeds in stock at the time that I ordered mine. And he says, well, Keith, it's going to be 5 weeks. And I said, it's going to be what it's going to be. He says, but I don't want you sitting around without one. So he says, how about you take this one without the 2-speed and run it, and then when yours comes in, we'll figure out something. So I said, sure, great. 6 weeks later, my Bobcat shows up. Of course, I wash his equipment, make sure it's filled right up and stuff, and bring it into him. And he comes in, takes a look at it, and he goes, "Yeah, we cut the deal on the new Bobcat, and he didn't charge me a cent for the rental one," which I thought was pretty amazing. He says, "No," he says, "I'm happy you're starting out, and yeah, I've been with them for 10 years now, going on 11, and we buy all our stuff from them, anything to do with Bobcat related." Something else that happened is when that alternator went out, it was 2 in the morning and it was blizzarding, and we phoned the dealership, and he came out at 2 in the morning to get us an alternator. So that just shows you that they go above and beyond. So that's one reason why. And I ran foot control Bobcats, no electric over hydraulic, because there's too much lag in my opinion. Now, if you've been trained with electric over hydraulics, you're used to it. But if you ever had foot controls, it's really hard to go to electric over hydraulic because there is lag. And I haven't found a machine yet that doesn't have lag in that era. So we just deal with strictly foot controls. We've rented some with electric over hydraulic. We just actually rented one here about a month ago. And they've improved it, but still terrible lag. You know, your mind's saying going up and your foot says it's going up, and it takes a few seconds to go up, and that's no good when you're trying to cut grade or do anything. Back to, I guess that answers those questions. This is why we deal with Bobcat. Now, I'm not saying John Deere and all that stuff. I've set foot in a case probably 20 years ago, and to me it was like a coffin. Now I know they've hugely improved their equipment. I'm not saying, hey, don't just buy Bobcat, don't buy case. Go out and try them out. The best thing to do is find a dealership that works for you. Because dealership, it comes down to anything. Buying Kubota, buying Husqvarna, buying whatever. If you got a good dealership stands behind you and the equipment's half decent, you'll enjoy it. So back to my name. The reason I call myself the Bobcat Guy is when I started my company, a friend of mine, Jim Boak, I was sitting in his office and we're coming across names thinking like Keith's Bobcat Service and Christensen Bobcat Service, because that's my last name. Brooks Bobcat Service, like we're just rounding. And he said to me, he says, you know, nobody can ever remember your name. He says he has it, like he'll run into somebody and they'll say, well, you know, that computer, that, because my friend Jim worked at a computer store and now he owns his own. But they say, oh, that computer guy, that guy down there that fixes computers and stuff. He said, people don't remember your first name. But he says, you should be called the Bobcat Guy, because, you know, they don't remember your name, but they'll say, well, you know, that guy that runs Bobcats, that Bobcat Guy, you know. And that's how we came up with the name. And then I had a lady design my first logo. We did a few little tweaks in it, but the one you see now is the original logo in my design. So I hope this helps out everybody that has these questions on why. And then I guess I made my channel name the same because most of my videos are going to be based around what my business does, and some of my videos are going to be based around my personal stuff towards camping and bike trips in the summer. And of course I started this in the fall, so you guys haven't seen any of that yet. So most of the stuff you've seen is snow plowing and stuff like that. So as summer hits, we'll be doing more videos on the places we go camping and some of the bike trips we take, and just bring you along in the adventure that I take as a life. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really more I need to say about this. I think that should answer just about any questions that people might have. The iCloud photography thing, that's a sub company to the Bobcat Guy. We do aerial drones footage for realtors, and if people want pictures of their place or whatever, and I use it for marketing my company. And we also use it for quoting jobs. Like we used it here the other day. It was a pretty big property. We went and took some shots, and I can go in and do the measuring, and then I can draw it up on the picture, and then we'll kind of sketch in what we're going to do and what their quotes for, and then we'll take that and give it to them so they can kind of get an idea. Yeah, besides that, I don't think I have much more to say. If you guys have any more questions about company and stuff like that, I plan on doing what we do for marketing. I don't know if that would interest anybody, but if you guys think there might be an interesting thing on there, I'd like to do a video on how we market our company, what things work, what things haven't worked in the past, just for some of you guys out there that have a business that are either starting out, and let me know, because if there's a video to be made on marketing, I'd like to give you what we do, and the things that we did in the past that didn't pay out, and the things that work right now that work phenomenal, and some marketing strategies that we go through that really helps our company out. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, smash it. Please leave some comments. I can answer whatever I can, and the stuff that I can't answer, I'll let you know. I'm pretty honest. And if you're a new subscriber, if you liked the video, you know what to do. Yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks a lot for watching.